Japan Airlines Flight 123, a tragic aviation disaster. Japan Airlines Flight 123 was a domestic passenger flight scheduled from Tokyo to Osaka, Japan. On August 12, 1985, tragedy struck when the Boeing 747 operating this route suffered a severe structural failure. Just 12 minutes after takeoff, the aircraft experienced rapid decompression. Despite efforts to maintain control, it crashed 32 minutes later in the rugged terrain near Mount Takamagahara, approximately 100 kilometers, 62 miles, from Tokyo. The aircraft was carrying 524 people, including 15 crew members. Of those on board, 505 passengers and all 15 crew members lost their lives. Only 4 passengers survived. It is believed that 20 to 50 individuals initially survived the crash, but later succumbed to their injuries while awaiting rescue. This incident remains the deadliest single aircraft accident in aviation history and the worst aviation disaster in Japan's history. Cause of the crash. An investigation by Japan's Aircraft Accident Investigation Commission, AIC, with assistance from the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, revealed the primary cause of the crash. 7 years earlier, the same aircraft had suffered a tail strike during landing. The damage to its aft pressure bulkhead had been improperly repaired by Boeing technicians. Instead of following approved procedures, technicians used 2 overlapping splice plates where only one continuous plate should have been used. This incorrect repair significantly weakened the bulkhead. Over the years, repeated pressurization cycles caused the bulkhead to crack and eventually fail. The sudden failure led to rapid decompression, ripping off the vertical stabilizer and severing all 4 hydraulic lines. Without hydraulic systems, the crew was left with minimal control of the aircraft. Flight details and crew. The ill-fated Boeing 747 SR-46, with registration J8119, had been delivered to Japan Airlines in 1974. By the time of the accident, it had completed over 25,000 flight hours across 18,800 flight cycles. On the day of the crash, the aircraft was on its 5th flight of the day. The cockpit crew consisted of Captain Masami Takahama, aged 49, a veteran with over 12,400 flight hours, including 4,800 in 747s. First Officer Yutaka Sasaki, aged 39, who was undergoing training for promotion to captain. He had logged nearly 4,000 flight hours. Flight Engineer Hiroshi Fukuda, aged 46, a seasoned professional with over 9,800 flight hours. The flight carried 509 passengers, including 22 foreign nationals from countries such as the United States, China, and the United Kingdom. The 4 survivors, 2 children and 2 adults, were seated toward the rear of the aircraft on the left side. Among the victims were prominent figures such as Japanese singer Kyu Sakamoto. Sequence of events. Flight 123 departed from Tokyo's Haneda Airport at 6:12 p.m., slightly behind schedule. At 6:24 p.m., the aircraft experienced rapid decompression near cruising altitude over Sagami Bay. The ceiling around the rear lavatories collapsed, the unpressurized fuselage was damaged, and the vertical stabilizer was torn off. The pilots attempted to regain control, but discovered the hydraulic systems were inoperative. For 32 agonizing minutes, the crew used differential engine thrust to steer the plane, but control was extremely limited. The aircraft entered a series of oscillations and rolls, climbing and descending uncontrollably. Despite their best efforts, the crew could not prevent the aircraft from descending into mountainous terrain. At 6:56 p.m., Flight 123 struck a ridge, flipped, and crashed near Mount Takamagahara, breaking apart on impact. Rescue and delays. Rescue operations faced significant delays. A U.S. Air Force C-130 spotted the crash site within 20 minutes, but the Japanese government declined U.S. assistance. A Japanese Self-Defense Force, JSDF, helicopter located the wreckage after nightfall but could not land due to poor visibility and terrain. Ground teams did not reach the site until the following morning. Tragically, many passengers who initially survived succumbed to injuries, shock, or exposure overnight. Aftermath. The crash severely damaged public confidence in Japan Airlines, JL. Passenger numbers dropped sharply, and JL's president resigned. The airline provided financial compensation to victims' families, but faced harsh criticism for its role in the disaster. The accident highlighted the importance of proper maintenance and safety protocols. It also led to changes in how aviation accidents are managed, including rescue operations and repair standards. Boeing, JL, and the Japanese government all faced scrutiny for their respective roles in the events leading up to the crash. Legacy. To honor the victims, memorials were established at the crash site, and an annual ceremony is held each August 12th. The tragedy inspired books, films, and documentaries, shedding light on the disaster and its impact on aviation safety. In 2006, JL opened the Safety Promotion Center at Haneda Airport. This facility serves as a somber reminder of the accident and emphasizes the critical importance of safety in aviation. Thanks for watching.